Hello, hello. How is everyone? I see some of you are flipping the script on me. I see ChemDog is saying, "Can you hear us?" I can certainly see all of you. How is everybody doing? We have, despite some some of the stuff I saw in the chat, we do have a bunch of stuff to take a look at. There's been some interesting things. I'm sure not as much as there's going to be on the Saturday. That tends to be the day when most of the stuff drops, but there were still some interesting things and some things I haven't seen too many people talk about too much. And then of course, there have also been the solicits. But before I get too deep into talking about everything, let's hear how's it sounding? Are we sounding good? What has everybody been up to? Have all of you been keeping up with the various announcements? There's a lot of, in my opinion, interesting digital announcements. I appreciate the fact that once more there are forays being made into the digital space, even as someone who loves hard copies as well. Just there's room for both and room for interesting things to be done in both areas and many more areas, whatever new ones evolve as well. I'm being asked, have you watched the Penguin Show? I watched the second episode last night, slowly but surely. I make my way through the Penguin. The second episode had some repetition compared like to the first, but on the whole, I'm still enjoying it. We'll see how far I get. Oh no. Wow, 3620 is saying, yes, let's DC go. So that is one of the announcements that I want to talk about. Their new verticals, as they call it. They call them like vertical entertainment for things that are formatted for your phone and the like. But they've announced 3 new ones, particularly because the Wayne Family Adventures has done so well. And I think one of them is written by the person who writes that. So we're gonna have more stuff. And the one that's making the rounds is the Nightwing Butt one, which is also up to read for free, which I was looking at a little bit before this got started because I was worried based on some of the stills I was seeing that it was only going to be exploitative, and that's from the person who made a video about Nightwing's butt, but I was just hoping there'd be a bit more substance. It's certainly very cheeky, pun fully intended, and leaning into that element, but it's not the only thing that's going on there. Maybe we'll take a look at. I know I started talking about Nightwing and Alvin appeared. I swear he's a Nightwing stan. So what do we have to look at? What should we start with? We'll save the solicits for a little later because there's a lot of them. There are a lot to go through. So let me actually, since we're talking about it, I can pull up the DC Go one. I have many a tab, so let me make sure that I pull up the right one. No, not that one. You see? There we go. It will be this one. Yes, that's the one we want. So it has the 3 ones that they're leading with the Nightwing butt shot, even though the way that it's jutting out, it looks slightly painful. Like he's forcing it back there. But even though they're like officially available November 20th, there are some sneak peeks. As mentioned, nothing but BUTT, pun fully intended, Nightwing is already there to look at. But the first 3 series are going to have Nightwing, Raven, and Harley Quinn with plenty of cameos. The DC Go, which I'm sure is going to give some people Teen Titans Go flashbacks. But the DC Go original comics are brand new weekly stories for mobile readers, mobile, with the launch titles told by seasoned fan favorite creators. We're getting quotes right now from Katie Kubert because she's leading the Global Publishing Innovation Group. She's the group editor for that. We know fans love web comics like Batman Wayne Family Adventures. The titles launching in the new DC Go collection were created to appeal to readers of specific genres. So right away they're going in with like, these are like more slice of lifey type things. So that's what you're in for. And they're also just pushing the subscription to their DC Universe Infinite that they have. by also pumping up some of the classic stories. All-Star Superman's getting quite the push because I know that it's an inspiration for some of the Gunverse. So far from what I've seen, 904 the hero is saying, so like Marvel Infinity Comics. And I would say kind of they seem like while they're going to be doing their own thing, they seem like they're going to be much more structured, potentially is the word that I might use based on what I've read of many of the Marvel Infinity comics compared to, say, the Wayne Family Adventures or Zaton, the Ripper, or the Vixen one, or those kind of things. But we shall have to wait and see. Oh, Alvin is so distracting. You can't hear him. Well, actually, you can hear him. That's how distracting he is. Can't think about all the Nightwing that we're about to receive and witness. He's actually reaching his paw under the door. That's what I'm listening to. It's like a horror movie happening over there, which is appropriate because it is spooky month. Oh yeah, Spirit Claus is saying, well, we can definitely hear him. Stephen Turner, thank you very much. Free my girl Raven out of this hot topic, Bob. No, Bob for life. Bob forever. All right, so what we're looking at are the 3 launches, so we'll read them. Why not? We're going to be in reading mode tonight. This is in Harley Quinn and Paradise. That'd be something very different. By writer C.R.C. Payne of the Batman Wayne Family Adventures and the artist Siobhan Chivon and Kathy Lee. Oh, who did Big Ethel Energy? That was another webcomic. That one was pretty fun too. Harley Quinn is rarely lucky in love, and after her recent breakup with the Joker has been feeling particularly chaotic. Ivy advises Harley to lay low for a while. Maybe a little R&R, recklessness and robbery would be good for her. Good advice, right? True to character, Harley decides the best way to lay low is to plaster her face across every television in America and find true love on TV's hottest reality dating show, and promptly gets arrested. Harley heads for the show's island setting, ready to be the best contestant the program has ever seen, because she's playing to win by any means necessary. And can she help it if she accidentally falls in love along the way? So that's what we're doing for that. These are some of the other contestants. What do you think? Does that sound like something that would be fun? And as mentioned, they've already laid out like these are going to be like slice of lifey type things. Arkham's Lair saying breakup. How many times is this now? On again, off again. Let's read the solicit for Nothing But Nightwing by writer Patrick R. Young, Red Hood and the Outlaws, and artist Moira Marco, West Coast Avengers. Dick Grayson, the first Robin, has made a name for himself as the hero Nightwing, but after several failed civilian identity career attempts, a bar, a gym, etc., that's only 2, he lands his biggest deep cover operation yet as an international supermodel. That cannot be deeper cover than when he was an actual secret agent. He's got the eyes of the audience, the other models, and even a few agents, but he only has eyes for one thing: the Poison Ivy protege on the hunt to steal the expensive and environmentally harmful jewels around the model's necks, snap, and perhaps the models themselves. But can he serve justice and serve looks while traveling the globe? The spotlight is on Dick Grayson in Nothing But Nightwing because his first gig is an underwear print campaign. Lorna Shark is saying, "Dear God." So that's where this still is coming from. Phoenix Gundam says the deepest of covers, supermodel. We've got one more. We've got the Raven one. We've got Raven. It actually, okay, so who else remembers when Nightwing had a job as a supermodel? Because we've actually briefly talked about it in the 1 year later, but we weren't talking about that. We were talking about Tentatodd, because that's the same storyline where Jason Todd becomes a tentacle monster. But in it, Dick is working as a model. That's part of it. There's runaway walks and everything. And that's what I was thinking of when, when I read that. I was like, did somebody else read and remember more than Tentatodd from Nightwing 1 year later? In Renaissance of Raven by writer Sina Grace, Superman the Harvest of Youth, and artists Nico Bascunan, because there's a thing on my screen that's blocking me, right on the Outlaws, and Catherine Lobo, the Vampire Slayer, and Carola Borelli, Avengers Academy, Marvel's Voices, Infinity Comics, so many artists for this. Raven needs an escape. Her fellow Titans won't leave her alone. She just had a fight with Beast Boy, and to top it off, it's the anniversary of her mom's death. We find her trying to live life beyond the curse of her father. She's over it. Raven is more than her trauma. When a strange girl in the graveyard when a strange girl hanging out stereotypically in a graveyard proclaims that Raven is some kind of destined hero, she's ready to walk away until suddenly she's pulled through an enchanted portal. It's an isekai to the kingdom of Galonia. Raven is sent hundreds of years into the past, where she must contend with a cabal of witches and the difficult choice of helping those in need or returning home. Why does Beast Boy look so concerned on this cover? He looks incredibly concerned about what's happening over there. I do like the Renaissance-y look that they've got going on for this. So, of those three, does anything grab you? Yes, this is a love triangle kind of thing, but with only one person looking concerned. Beast Boy doesn't feel like he has much of a chance in this love triangle. So, did any of those appeal to you? Are you the intended audience for this, do you think? Are there any that you would check out? What do you think? Do you just want me to show you some of Nothing But Nightwing? It's on the free section of the Infinite parts. You can go and search it up, or we can look at it right now because we're right here. So I'm going to show it to you. It's inevitable. It's like Darkseid. It's just inevitable. But I actually like the look of the art on this one. I think it's cute. All right, let me switch this up while I grab what I'm looking for and then close one of my many tabs. Let me see what you're saying about the ones that you're potentially interested in. All right, let me stop sharing my screen. You'll get the play-by-play as I set things up. I'm going to scroll a bit fast through some of it just so they don't feel like we're showing everything. But and people are saying, let's see thick Grace. All right, let's share a screen. There we go. Boop. All right, so this is going to be formatted for your phone. So it's not going to be an optimal viewing experience on the screen. They start off right away. I've already skimmed through this. There's a peach. It's all like, oh, look, a peach is a cheeky peach. Phoenix going to be saying, zoom it, scroll and enhance. Adrian Parchment, thank you very much. Let's hope Professor Pig doesn't steal Nightwing's bun. Just one bun? That would be concerning. At least let him get both buns. All right. So we get a whole bunch of monologuing about, like, these days, what is he even doing? But tonight, things are going to change because he's going to a fashion show, which we're setting up. Okay. I'm scrolling so we can get to the butt. We're getting there. You're a model. You are a display, and the diamonds are the star. So we're getting ready. Disappear behind the diamonds, huh? I disappear behind a mask every night. What's the difference? All right. He's ready. He's serving blue steel. He's ready. He feels peachy because that's what we're doing here. This is what we're doing. Toby, thank you very much. Make a video about the woes of North Dakota. I'm not sure what that exactly is referencing because I'm so focused on what we're about to witness because I'm about to scroll down to Nothing But Nightwing. And this is the one that's making the rounds. So in context, there actually is a reason for why there's so much butt and why he's posed in this fashion. There you go. For the people. For the people. And that's also why he's wearing so much makeup, because it's a fashion show. So there is context, everything going on here. And why there's this intense zoom, because they're live streaming it on their phones. So that's what's happening. It is pretty, yeah, it's exploitative, but in the context of what's going on, and the rest of the issue isn't constantly like this. This is very much a moment that's happening. Is that Dick Grayson? I didn't approve him. He'll steal attention from my babies. The request came from Mr. Wayne himself. I love the idea that Bruce is just throwing his weight around like this. Ugh, Nepo baby. So it's true. Marilyn Duke is saying, to be fair, this is pretty tame for a runway show. And also they can actually walk in the stuff. They're so lucky. Have you seen some of those shows where like the people can't see or they can't walk? Oh, it's so sad. So people love Nightwing. They're all about it. I'm not used to having this many eyes on me as Dick Grayson. I mean, except for the circus. But I only have eyes for one person tonight. Why is he so sweaty? I just noticed that there's like sweat coming off him. I guess the lights are hot. The lights are very hot. I just hope if we're gonna do this, then fair play. Let's get some Power Girl in here as well. Both or neither. That's what I'm about. Nothing I love more than a quick change. Did nobody notice that he ran away from the fashion show? Oh no, I didn't fully notice the puns because I was so distracted by other things. I think y'all need to stop for rest. Sorry, boys. I'm just pawing your leg. Honeysuckle's fired. This is Honeysuckle, Acolyte of Poison Ivy, D-list territory. Is it the puns? Is it the puns? Ben Chan is saying sweat. I think it's baby oil. It could be. Maybe that he needs to glisten. And we gotta make sure he's glistening. Oh, I guess the bad puns are canonical. So we have that. I like her eye makeup. When I'm not owning the catwalk, I'm Nightwing, former Robin. He's been in one show in this. It's been one show. He's already like, when I'm not owning the catwalk. It's gone to his head. He needs to be stopped. We need to have him blacklisted. Bruce needs to blacklist him. He'll become too powerful. So sorry about that. They didn't want us to see Nightwing, but we're back. And they can't stop us from seeing all the Nightwing. We will not be stopped. We will not be stopped from viewing the Nightwing. It was too much. It was too much, but that's what it was. But so the rest of this, because I've gone through all of this, oh, she's so angry here, is he has this fight with her, basically. I'll come back to my full screen and then scroll a bit down so we don't show all of it. You can go check it out on your own. No, Arkham, it was my connection, which is very concerning. They upgraded us to the fiber, but it's not fiber. Eh? Yes, Mystic Digital, it was too much for YouTube. It couldn't handle it. I like this shot, actually. This shot I really like. This action pose. These other models should have more concerns about what's going on. Ah, it's Alvin. He's using his mystic powers. So for the rest of it, he basically gets hired. He gets headhunted because he's so good. So they're going to continue on with that. And also, if I recall correctly, Barbara breaks up with him in this issue, and he looks actually very archified because they are using one of the artists from that. So he has that kind of look when he's not in his full glam getup. He almost looks like Reggie a little bit in that panel. Stephen Turner, thank you very much. You've been keeping up with Ivy Solo by G. Willow Wilson's going on year 3 for me. One of the best DC books. I have been keeping up with it. It keeps on keeping on. It's like I say, whenever we talk about it, I'm like, it's just still going, which is nice. Some of you are like, oh man, canonically latex. Your makeup is patchy, your turn clunky, and you smiled entirely too much. That's right. He was distracting from the clothing. You're not supposed to smile. He needs to smize. He needs to listen to Tyra. Learn to smile with your eyes. Practice smizing. But I can fix you. Oh man, he doesn't appreciate being told that he's not doing the best, especially not after he said that he was owning the catwalk. So what does he know? Can't even keep track of his own models. I would probably kill it though. So what do we think? This is the vibe that they're going for with it. How do we feel about it? And I thought my old Robin shorts were revealing. Tonight was crazy. I know. Alvin wants to get in here. If it's Nightwing, he wants in. The relationship he has with Barbara is very kind of, cartoonish. But you were like, this ain't it. Not good. It's something, says Hunter Vogelman. This is truly one of the comics of all time. Is that what you're saying? Kay is saying, I love it. Ben Jan is saying, Alvin wants that cake. Is this absolute Nightwing? Asks Unshelled Pity. No, this is DC Go Nightwing. I'll show you just we've come to the end. So this is him and Babs, and he's trying to figure out what he's done wrong, which culminates in the fact that, well, they're not going to work out because she can't be his whole life. He needs to find his own thing, like modeling. So that's going to be his thing. It's got so dramatic at the end of this first issue here. I cannot be how you define your personality. Goodbye, Dick. This was very abrupt. I have to say, from the start to here, it's no wonder he's crying. He wasn't prepared, and neither were we. Do you need help? You know I don't. Oh, she had it packed already. She had it packed and waiting by the door. He's so beefy in the arm over here. It's okay. His modeling career will cure him. He'll be all right. What are these? Who's selling Mr. Freeze brand pop or whatever this is? I don't need to prove anything, not to her, not to anyone. I'm Nightwing, for Pete's sake. This is an interesting characterization for Nightwing. It's a good thing it's off doing its own DC Go kind of thing. But it's all right because he can be a model. He can do a little turn on the catwalk. So that is it for issue 1 of that, and if you need to see more, it's up there. So I don't know if all of you know how you feel about it. I think there's definitely an audience for this. The fact that they're pitching it towards the people who were coming over from Webtoon I think that there are some people. I think I would dip in and out of this, but in a purely, completely looking at it elseworldsy, like AU type of thing. It could be fun. It depends how they go with it. It broke our internet, so there is that. There is that. It was too much for my computer to handle. It's honestly probably because I have so many tabs that are ongoing. I did not check to see if the other ones were up there. I will admit I prioritized I prioritized Nightwing. Matthew Foster saying it's giving basic webcomic. Are you saying it's baby's first webcomic? We'll see how it goes. We'll have to see how it goes for them. That's one less tab. My computer can breathe. My computer can breathe. So they did announce more absolute things as well. That's just continuing to roll out. They showcased some of the absolute Flash and absolute Martian Manhunter, and they shared some images and those kind of things. So I thought that those would be fun to look at as well, because I've been keeping up with the absolute universe. This coming week is going to be Wonder Woman. So that's going to be fun. I also got the opportunity to read that one as well. So I'll try and get that up early for you guys too, like I did with Batman, so we can all discuss and talk about it and all of those good things. Just Alvin scrambling at the door. Astronaut 282 is saying, why? Just tell me why. Because the people want jokes about Nightwing's butt, I guess. Let's see. I'll stay upon Scott did say that Absolute Bane's going to be huge, giant. I posted a short about it, and someone was like, if he's not giant, I want my money back. Let's see. Let me pull this one up and not crash my computer. Those are the dreams. Don't let your dreams be dreams. So what are we looking at aside from Panera Bread? All right. So we have the look at the absolute Martian Manhunter here. And this is the one, like, we already kind of knew this, because even when we talked about last time, some of you were saying that this was something that you had already heard of. So we can pull up some of the images and look at those and see how they look. So we have absolute Manhunter here with a cigarette. Oh, ooh la la, the edge. Ooh, I do like the shape-shifting kind of vibe they're going for. This is the first time I've actually seen all of this. I had seen the announcement. I hadn't seen the art for it. I like the vibe that they've got going on here. What do you think? That's Gumby. Look at the Gumby thing they've got kind of going. The Gumby energy they've got going on in the bottom corner here. Well, I wonder if this is gonna play with, like, his emotional state. Like, maybe he'll change colors. He's a mood ring. He's a mood ring like that. I like that it's got almost a kind of classic, kind of 1950s-esque thing going on a little bit. Balls Monkey is saying, absolute Gumby, let's go. I like it. Yeah, because they also talked about the Flash as well. Did they give any details about what it would be about? Or just that they're showing some of the art for it? Here's the Flash stuff that they showed. The art looks gorgeous. They showed this one already. It looks good. I wasn't ready for the tech upgrade on Captain Boomerang or for the swag on Captain Cold. Why is he rocking the Omni-Man stash? I wasn't ready. Oh, he's got the cool glasses. Look at how cool he is. I really do like the look, like just the look of it. Oh, we got some Green Lantern on here. Why did they not lead with that? I mean, I guess maybe I'm the target audience for for that. I need all the Green Lantern all the time. JB Triple 8 is saying it was me, Wally. More Wally things. They're really leaning into Wally. I need to look at the villains again. I need to scroll up and look at them one more time. I think, is this meant to be Golden Glider? I mean, she is floating. Who do we have in the back here? I need more details. I need descriptions. I'm sure there'll be more coming. All right. We have Green Lantern things to look at. Oh, he's rocking the Cisco. Almost the Cisco, because he still has the hair on top, but half Cisco. He's got the nice goatee going on over there. Oh, who's on art for the Flash? That's Nick Robles is on art for that. Look, up in the sky, it's a floating Green Lantern ring. Only $1. Yeah, I know they announced the fractal lantern thing as well. I'm sure there'll be ones with more like actual story details as we get into it. I don't mind just looking at the art for now because we're going to read so much. But the thing about the fractal lanterns that excited me was, do you see who that is? Do you see down there? Do you see the Sorrow Lantern? Look at him. Look at the Sorrow Lantern still there, potentially mattering, and hopefully not just on the cover. Oh, they're doing a Justice League The Atom Project. They revealed that as well. Oh, they have details for this. It's a spy thriller featuring Ray Palmer and Ryan Choi. Oh my goodness, Ryan. Working with the newly formed Justice League to bring order to chaos, restoring and backing up the superpowers of DC's superheroes following their battle with Amanda Waller. But not everyone wants their powers back. And one hero will do whatever it takes to make sure his abilities are never found. Captain Atom. There has been a lot of Captain Atom lately. I like that one a lot, the explosion one. And that's a really cute action one for the Atoms. On January 29th, Lex Luthor returns post House of Brainiac because he didn't remember who he was in Superman, Lex Luthor special. Oh, so what's Superman Lex Luthor special about? During the battle of the House of Brainiac, Lex Luthor's memories were wiped clean. But following the DC All-In special, the world needs him to remember his past. There's a key piece of information in Lex's past that could unlock an epic mystery plaguing Superman and the Justice League, one of many. But Lex may not want to remember. It's up to the Man of Steel to decide if the info is worth sacrificing Lex's newfound peace and the return of his fiercest enemy. And then they showed they're doing a noir edition for that. Actually, I think the art looks very nice in black and white. I think it has a really cool energy. Yeah, they showed more for Absolute Batman #2 as well. The Batmobile. It is also huge. Look at all the people. There's like, wow, it's huge. Where was he keeping that? That's what I want to see. I want to know where that was being kept and how. Benjamin Hall, thank you very much. Has Starman been resolicited? It disappeared. Ooh, I have not looked into that. It's a mystery, one of the many mysteries. I shall look into that post. Common Sense, thank you very much. Where is Amy Allen? Where is Bombshell? Seriously, fourth generation of DC heroes gets no respect. Amy Allen is from John's Teen Titans. I'd argue there are many of the groups and eras who just kind of get put to the wayside. So we have that. And they showed, I've seen these. These are some of the covers for later. Oh, and Jeff Lemire talked about JSA and did an article for that. Here's some New Gods art. Look at Orion. Everybody's giant. That's what's going on right now. I don't know how I feel about Orion's helmet. And it's kind of like mouth guard type things. Oh, and they've got some art from the Metamorpho stuff. I like the style they've got going on there. Wonder Woman 15. They're really trying to hype up the death of Steve Yara. Come on, Yara. I believe in you. I believe you can matter. So there's a lot. We saw a lot of different art and stuff there. What are you interested in based on some of the stuff that was teased from out there? I'm just going to scroll back up quickly while I keep an eye on the chat to see if I missed any actual plot details for things that we can read. The page just collapsed. It couldn't take it. It was like, no. It's like, you're not allowed. It was tired of looking at all of the absolute stuff. Let me see. Well, it kind of gives stuff for the Green Lantern, like Spectrum one. The Green Lantern one just talks a bit about the aesthetics of it more so than anything. Yeah, they're kind of vague in these. But you know I'll be back when they have more stuff. One more thing down. There are a bunch of things that were actually announced by Dynamite as well. I haven't really seen those floating around too much. They announced some plushes that I thought were really cute. They're a bit of an odd tie-in, but I think it's a cute one. It's to Stray Dogs, the horror comic. Let me see if I could. Yeah, Tony Fleece and Trish Forster's, the one where it's the little doggies and they are in the house with the serial killer. They're going to have a little backer kit thing and you can get little plushes. And her art style is very reminiscent of like classic kind of Disney type things. So let me show you what the little plushies look like. I thought they looked pretty cute. I have not seen IDW's new logo. Is it actually significantly different? Here they are. Here are the cute little plushies that you can potentially sign up for. I think they're adorable. If you really liked that series and you were like, I want to cuddle these doggos, I guess that these are out there for you. Everybody's saying it's bad. I'll go look at it in a minute then. I like looking at allegedly terrible logos. Ben Chan, thank you very much. The giant absolute Green Lantern floating symbol is given 2001 Space Odyssey monolith. And what you touch it and then you evolve into being a Green Lantern. That's the next stage. What are you doing, Hal? Don't touch it, Hal. I can't do that, Hal. I don't know why it's only Hal that it's talking to. Let me see. I'm going to look it up. I will look up the... See, someone saying they liked it. Okay, well, I want to see it now. I can't say I had strong attachments to the old logo. So let me see. New logo. Oh, it pops up right... I mean, I don't hate it. It's kind of hard to read, but I mean, it doesn't make me mad or anything. I get that it's not the most legible thing in the world out there. I get what they were going for, but you have to think about it a lot. And it just kind of looks like id more than IDW. It's the kind of thing where someone has to sit you down and be like, "Oh, it's supposed to be like IDW." You know? It could have used a few more rounds amongst maybe some people who weren't on the team because it's not the most legible thing out there. Yeah, you have to because the W is built in to the I and the D. I'll pull it up for people who haven't seen it yet. We're just talking about it. Like, oh yeah, Let's see. So stop that screen and share this screen. Do. Yeah. I mean, again, I get it. And I think the font choice is nice and sleek, but it's not readable enough. It looks either like, especially when we look at this one, it looks like LD or ID. It doesn't look like what it's supposed to be. JB Triple is saying it's id now. But you could have a cool comic company called id. It focuses on like the id. Those are the types of stories that it wants to tell. Huh. Yeah, that needs some more time to cook. But I don't know. I guess when all of you said it was like, I don't know what I was imagining. I think I'm having one of those Arrested Development moments where I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't entirely that. E. Capone, thank you very much. What would your superpower be? Ooh. Superpower. If I could fully properly control it, invisibility, I think. Go into a store, no one sees me or talks to me. Wonderful. Phil is saying that is not a W. And I think the other thing too is that because it's on an upward slant as well, because it's and that makes it look even more like an L. I think they might need to redesign that. They might need to go back to base. Ben Chan is saying they should have focused group that one. This feels like the product of when you're in a group of people and everybody knows what you're going for. I did a video recently, it isn't up yet, but it will be soon, where the writer is also the editor. And the thing with that is that sometimes things can slip through because you know what you mean when you're writing a thing. And this is what that logo feels like to me. Like everybody knew what it was supposed to be. And so to them, they saw what they were looking for. But then if you put it out there to regular people, it's like, huh. The other thing that Dynamite had that I thought was really cute was they're doing a Zootopia series. They've been doing a bunch of Disney series, and they've just kind of been just it hasn't been on the DL, but people haven't really been talking about them too much. Like there's the Lilo and Stitch one, there's a Hercules one. They did those villain ones, and to me, the Zootopia one looks really cute. And they're doing kind of like the continued adventures of Nick and Judy. And I don't know, I just think it's nice to have more kind of kids fare out there for the kids at the store. That was one of the things I was thinking about post my comic shop visit that I talked about a little bit last time, was that Absolute Batman was way up on the high shelf. And I was kind of like, and I did see some teenagers come in, and I was kind of like, well, you'd have to ask somebody to go get it. It'd be nice if it was on a shelf where they could kind of reach it. That kind of thing matters. Here, I will share, I'll stop sharing the logo. And so I can share this little press release with you, and you can see some of the art and stuff, because I thought that it was cute. Yeah. Actually, let me put myself down here. That's better. There we go. Yeah, I thought this was cute. This is by Jeff Parker and Alessandro Rinaldi. They're just doing a whole bunch of the continued adventures of them as ZPD's finest. Can they crack the case as they sniff out clues and culprits? Their discoveries in the aftermath of the seemingly isolated incident will lead them down tracks into the biggest case since the disgraced downfall of Deputy Mayor Bellwether. It's kind of going to time, I think, for the sequel. I think this is the kind of thing where if it did well, you could just kind of keep going. I think there's a lot of potential here. And look at the art. I think the art just looks absolutely adorable. I have it in a sort of view mode where I can't make them bigger, but they're really, really cute and really sweet. I don't know. This is the kind of thing where I think I can see my kids being really excited about it. That sequel is so many years after the first one. Just fingers crossed that it's good. I don't know. I really liked the first one. Dragon Bear Meat is saying absolute Zootopia. Yeah, Phil is saying the art seems very charming. That's just the vibe I get. It just seems like a nice, chill kind of experience potentially, and I think that seems like fun. And the extra covers are cute. I like the negative space Judy one a lot, and the little one from when they're kids. It's just cute. Just nice chill vibes after all of the grit that we're getting so many other places, you know? Matthew is saying, yay, Captain Adam. At least he isn't a military stooge this time. For now. We'll see what they do with Captain Adam. It's gonna be interesting. The odd one is saying absolute. What else do we have before we get to the solicits? I actually have many more tabs. That's why I was surprised when people were like, "There's no news." I'm like, "No, there are things. There's stuff, Lori. Things." Oh, were you there, Comic Journey? Are you actually at the con? Are you live from the red carpet? What did you get? What did you get after the panel? Did you want a membership card? Was that what you were hoping for? Adrian Partsman, thank you very much. Ever thought about doing a room tour? It would not be very exciting. It would be a very short room tour. It'd be like, these are my shelves. This is the secret shelf. And there's the vanity with all the makeup on it and some wigs. It wouldn't be, it would almost, I think it would give the vibe like I'm trapped in here, which is not the feeling at all. I love this space. It's just my own personal little space. But because of that, I've put everything in here. So it gives the impression that I never leave. I love this room very, very much. Yes, there's another shelf. It's not like secret. It's off screen. It's off screen. It has a bunch of other things that I don't have room for on the main ones. And some of them are actual novels and the like that I keep in here because I hang out in here. This is my like nice, quiet, chill room where I can hang out. There's also a closet full of clothes to change into. Way more makeup than a person needs. And nail polish and lipsticks and all of those kind of things are happening in the corner over there. Let's see. Oh, yes, I wanted to share this one too. We need to share a Marvel thing as well. So let me Phoenix Gundam is saying you aren't trapped in with the comics. They're trapped in there with you. Oh, I finally watched part 1 of the Watchmen animated thing that they did. And the voice actor doing Rorschach is very much trying to do an impression of like Jackie Earle Haley from that movie, which I'm very much enjoying. I saw someone did a clip, I think it was the official clip, of when Daniel comes in and he's eating the beans in his kitchen, and there are all these comments. They're being so sarcastic, and they made me laugh. They're like, thank goodness this was here. It's pivotal to the plot. Then people were responding with like better this way and dialogue from the graphic novel. I don't know. I thought it was fun. It endeared me to the entire thing. Oh, I'm having more fun with it than I thought I would. Oh, yes, we're sharing. Sharing is caring. No, why do I keep doing that? That's for the solicits. That's the solicit special layout that I made. This is the ultimate Wolverine that they announced. And I saw some people in chat earlier saying that they were excited for that. This is also coming in January because we're now at the phase where we're like sending things out there for the new year. So get ready for 2025. I had to think about that for a second. So Chris Condon and Alessandro Capuccio's Ultimate Wolverine. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. We're doing the hype up, hitting the stands. True to the character's origin as a government weapon. Why did I say it like that? Ultimate Wolverine is an unwilling agent of the Maker, the secret creator of this corrupt universe. Mind wiped and used as an assassin. He's still the best there is at what he does, even if he's not in control of who he does it to. All right. Oh, there's a red star on his costume. If you look at the mask, there's a muzzle on him, and that's because he's wild. Oh, that's how you build it up. Actually, I didn't pull that up. There was a sneak peek. I don't know why this made me think about the sneak peek for Green Lantern Dark with the Grumpy Lantern, but it did. I should have pulled that up. I'm gonna write that down. Maybe we'll need to stream again in the week when there's even more announcements. Yes, I'm writing it down. Green Lantern Dark. I love a good quote. So here we go. Let's look at it. Before Ultimate Wolverine arrives in January, readers will see him in action for the first time in a prelude story in Ultimate Universe 1 year in Ultimate Universe 1 year in #1. There we go. What do we think? How do we like the muzzle? How do we feel about this look? There it is. Oh, there's a Gleb Melnikov variant. Let's look at them. Let's take a look. Why not? We're here. What do we think? How do we feel about the look of, oh, I like that one with the headpiece off. Down there, and with like the light kind of graying and stuff, and with his eyes like that. That's pretty cool. I like that one. What do we think? Oh, Marilyn Duke is saying, oh no, it's giving Deadpool and Wolverine Origins vibe with the muzzle. Someone is saying, aren't his claws very far apart? Do you feel like his claws are far apart? They're doing like a thing so you can see the face, through, so we can get all the mask in there. I was scared that was gonna collapse my computer, but it didn't. This computer is very old. They actually sent me a message saying that they're cutting off updates and support, so that does not bode well. I'm like, no, it should be allowed to work for as long as I want it to. It looks like it's going to be a rough time to be Ultimate Wolverine. We shall see. I'm going to tell my husband to come and get the cat. JB AAA is saying Wolverine. You can't fully see it. He doesn't fully look muzzled in this one, though. And I feel like if that even made it into the solicit, we got to make sure that he looks muzzled all the time. Michael J. Hilliard is asking, have you seen the Ultimate Hawkeye? I have. I haven't read a couple of the issues. I'm a tiny bit behind on the Ultimate Universe, but I liked the design that I saw. I got to catch back up on a lot of my Marvel things. I fell down an indie thing and was reading a whole bunch of complete things. And also, that was the other thing I wanted to show. That reminds me. This announcement has been everywhere, but I wanted to share it again because it's like, to me, it's especially relevant because this is an app I use and a company that I work with. And it's that the GlobalComix and all of the various DC titles that they got. If I can share my screen, I can. Huzzah. There we go. Oh, he sounds so sad. I will let you in. So they are getting, they got 400 titles, not issues, titles. So they have like about 75 that they're putting all the numbers there, but they got a lot of them. I have a complete list of all the things that they got, and it's quite eclectic. Most of it's post-crisis, but some of it goes back decently far. And the Batman run, they do have the 1940 onward if you are one of those people who wants to go golden age with it. The ones that they were highlighting in the press release and stuff, they're trying to go for the ones that have more like synergy vibes, of course. So you're getting like, Tom King's Batman and like the Catwoman stuff, Doom Patrol, Joker, all those kind of things. But they have a whole bunch. They have like Fables, they have American Vampire, they have that Booster Gold run that I talked about. They have 52. They have an eclectic kind of variety of some of the Black Label stuff. So they also have things like the Deceased, DC versus Vampires. There was Wonder Woman, Dead Earth. There's just a whole bunch of things that were on there that I thought was really fun for people who wanted to check out certain series. The Poison Ivy series, the ongoing one, is on there as well. So is World's Finest, that one. So there's just a whole bunch of stuff to hop into and check out. Gotham Academy, which was something that my daughter was reading, and then the library messaged us and was like, "Oh, haha, you need to bring it back." So now she can look at it on the phone as well. I do still need to get a proper copy of that because that one is a fun one for sure. I put my my code down below just because I have one. If you are interested, you totally don't have to use it or anything, but I'm in love with this app. I really am. And I hope that just in general, whether people use this or not, just that there's more attempts being made into the digital space. And I don't know. I appreciate that. Oh, there are several omnis for the Golden Age. Ruben is saying, I want an omnibus for the Golden Age. There are so many. I think they're up to 6, I think, for Batman right now. I'm afraid if I let Alvin in, he's gonna rip the microphone off. Do you want to see him? Is that what the people want? Do the people want Alvin? I'll let him in. I feel bad. He's making me feel guilt. Okay. Come here. Come here. Yes, come in. Anon is saying the people yearn for Alvin. Okay, can you not come up right by the cable though, Alvin? There we go. Balls Monkey saying my homie, Alvin. Just as long as you don't touch the cable. You're more than welcome if you don't touch the cable. Everybody cares about you, but everybody's paying attention to you. They wanted to see you. I know you're a famous kitty. When he goes to the vet, they always take pictures of him for Instagram. So I think it's gone to his head. Raphael is saying, DC GlobalComix is nice because DC Infinite is just available in like 5 countries only. It is true. It's not as available. And when they do updates, sometimes it gets wonky. I remember when they added the new tier and the like in Canada, it just became unusable for a little bit as that update rolled out. So I have to say, like, accessibility is a big appealing thing. Ow. You can sit down at the feet. You can sit down at the feet. We're about to do solicits. You arrived just in time. I know Michael is saying, don't you know cats hate closed doors? I do know, but they have to be closed because if they're open, then my children will think I'm just doing editing or something and they might wander in. And I don't overly want them on camera if I can avoid it. Yes, he has lots of opinions. Okay, let me scroll back up to the top of the solicits. I am at the top. Okay. We're going to take some ASMR drinking because last time you told me that you could hear me drinking through the microphone, which is horrifying. But we'll do that for a moment and then we'll dive into the solicits. And it looks like there's a lot of them, but I'm pretty sure that some of them are facsimiles. I heard there's a decent amount of facsimiles this month. So we won't necessarily need to go through all of those quite as intensely. No. It's a hot chocolate with marshmallows in it. That's why it looks like that. Alvin can speak while I do that. Yeah. Yeah, you're a good kitty. You're very good. You're just very loud. Semrix is saying Alvin wants the marshmallows. Alvin just needs love. Alvin doesn't appreciate that I'm talking and not paying attention to him. That's what he feels. Oh. Come up this way. As long as you come up and not by the microphone, then you're fine. All right. Ben Chan is saying there's no way that's still hot. It's not. But I like it cold too. Does anybody else like that? I actually kind of prefer it cold a little bit, or I guess room temperature. It's cool. I like both. All right, let's get ready to share. Sharing is caring. Elithid Lore saying the A in ASMR stands for Alvin. All right. Oh my goodness. No, not by the mic. Not by the mic. You are not to be trusted by the mic. Not after last time. You must go here. I know. So we have right off the bat, we have Justice League things, it looks like. Not either thing. This is Justice League Unlimited number 3. This is written by Mark Waid, art and cover by Dan Mora. Many a variant. I recognized William March right away. No, not security. No. We need to see that's what the Justice League is for. I mean, that's why we have the Justice League. It's all the ads. That's what it is. Are you ready? The global terrorist group Inferno has taken its next step towards world dominance with an ecological disaster. Will Superman, Wonder Woman, and the others have to sacrifice the life of Swamp Thing? Plus, Plastic Man and Beast Boy work with the Atom Project to fix their scrambled superpowers. Because, for those who aren't in the know, some people have their powers swapped at the moment because of the end of absolute power. When they put things back, not everybody got the same powers that they had before. My screen froze, so let me fix that. It's a struggle. He may need to leave. Dan V900, thank you very much. Marvel decided to do their own compact editions with the premier collections at $5 more with worse covers is funny. Like, just do the same as DC. I'm just glad things are going to be small. I think it's a good idea to make them smaller, but I feel like if they did exactly the same, you know how people are. They already say that they copy each other all the time because they do, but sometimes it's coincidental. All right, we can go now. Yes. No, we can't. Why am I struggling so much tonight? The struggle's very real tonight. But what we have here is a facsimile. When I first saw that, because they announced that Jim Lee and Jeff Loeb are doing stuff again together, I thought that that's what it was. And I was like, they're recreating the first cover, but no, it's a facsimile for Hush. I'm sure that that's not necessarily the most welcome thing to some of you, but I'm sure for others, it's exciting to think about the fact that there will be Hush facsimiles out there. So they've got Batman 609. We've got the part 2, part 1, 608, all of that stuff. They're also doing the Noir edition for Batman The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween, number 1. Which I liked the first issue of a lot. I see some people are saying, I love Hush or Hush is okay. I have the biggest soft spot for Hush because it was the first comic that I bought with my own money, the first trade. So, hi, Alvin. Do you want to leave now? Is that what this is? You do, don't you? Theo's here too. That never happens. A double kitty. Theo's here. Maybe I can show you Theo. That almost never happens. Let me see what all of you are saying. Michael J. Hilliard, thank you very much. Which Absolute Comics is Alvin looking forward to? If there's anything with Nightwing in it, then clearly that's what Alvin will be into. Hey, Theo, come. Let the people see you. The people never get to see you. Come. Oh, come here. Theo. This is Theo. This is the Theo cat. You hear him meow? He's much quieter than his brother. Hi, Theo. Yeah, I know. There you go. Be free. Oh, that's so rare. He never comes in here. I wonder what's brought him in. Archer 2010 effects, thank you very much. Hot take. Hush is an average story at best. I don't think that's a hot take. I think that's a take that a decent amount of people have. I think the hotter take might actually be to think that it's really solid. I don't know anymore. Who read Batman Long Halloween last Halloween #1? Oh, there he is. Yeah, Theo likes to sit behind me. That's his thing. So we have that one. Then we have the Long Halloween #1 facsimile. So lots of facsimiles right off the bat. And now let's get into, what do we have here? Batman with his dukes up. Lots of nice Batman covers. Yeah, Theo came in for the facsimiles. He's like, oh, finally, my time is now. Facsimiles. This is Batman 156, written by Chip Zdarsky, art by Tony S. Daniel. So, the GCPD is closing in on their suspected killer and on Batman. Wayne Enterprises is under attack as Nigma's plans come into focus. The owls are not what they seem. Don't miss the thrilling penultimate issue of The Dying City. You already know who this is. Look at all the spikes. This is absolute Batman. He's just getting bigger every cover. Oh, he got him and they left. That's what he wanted. He wanted his brother. Theo was lonely. So, giant, huge Batman. Even bigger Batman. Wouldn't that be a fun running joke if they actually did like the boob window, which did increase a tiny bit? Otherwise, there would be no reason for the editor to tell him to knock it off, which he did. Just make the logo a little bit bigger each time. Actually, make him a little bit bigger and see how long it takes people to notice. I love this one. This one I absolutely adore. I'm not usually a person who searches for variant covers, but this one I would probably make an exception for. That's just, I really like that one. And then we have this one. This is Absolute Batman #4, written by Scott Snyder, art by Gabriel Walta. Don't worry, there's a reason. There's a reason for it. It's because it's a flashback issue, so they're using a different art style for that. Absolute Batman has established himself as an extremely large force to be reckoned with. But how did he get to this point? How did he push himself? This was the issue in the interview that I did with Scott recently, where he was talking about this was going to be the issue all about why the logo is so big and why he's so big. So here it is. How did he push himself, and how did the tragic events of his childhood and the advice of his father shape the man who he became? Literally. Guest artist Gabriel Walta joins for this essential origin issue of Absolute Batman to explore Bruce Wayne's past and his inevitable future to go bigger, all caps. Don't miss this pivotal issue. So that's what we're doing there. Tales from the Long Box just saying steroids. Lots and lots of steroids. Is that the advice you think his father gave him? Son, you can't be natty. You gotta juice. Like, I don't think so. Oh. This is Absolute Superman. #3, written by Jason Aaron, art and cover by Rafa Sandoval. Years ago on Krypton, Jor-El and Lara became utterly convinced that their planet was headed towards cataclysm. But what could two lowly peons of the Labor Guild possibly do to save their entire species? The answer is decidedly not what you think. So there have been some leaks and spoilers that have been confirmed, some of them, like the fact that his parents are of a different status. They are not scientists. They play it like that's a big difference, like, oh, because they're of this labor class, because they're doing the caste system Krypton again. We'll have to see how that plays out, because all I can say is that for the original backstory, them being scientists didn't help anybody listen to them either. So I'm very curious to see how that one shapes up. I'm curious about all of them. But what about you? What do you think? Like, what energy are you getting from the hints that are being dropped about absolute Superman? This is absolute Wonder Woman. The biggest sword that they could get on this cover. I like this one a lot. Just the way that the red makeup around her eyes there. I think that one is pretty cool. Absolute Wonder Woman #4, written by Kelly Thompson, art and cover by Hayden Sherman. The Tetracide is the Four Killer, and Diana has done the unthinkable to escape its fatal grasp. The move may have saved her to fight another day, but the price Diana paid is more than she can stand to lose for the fight that's coming. She will need the help of her allies, both old and new, to recover what she has lost and save Gateway City. There's a lot of monster fighting going down in issue 1. Lots of big battle. Superman looking great on this cover. What's happening here? Do I dare risk clicking on this? Sweater weather. There's a sweater weather variant. I'm clicking on it. It could ruin everything. It didn't ruin everything. Sweater weather. Is he creating the S with the... That's what I wanted to see. I'm like, is that the Northern Lights localized entirely above Clark's shirtless body at the Fortress of Solitude? Oh no. MJ is saying, I saw this cover and thought of you immediately. I don't know what that says. That's concerning. Superman #22, written by Joshua Williamson, art and cover by Dan Mora. A secret alien strike team has arrived on Earth with their sights set on the greatest weapon in the universe, Doomsday. And the only person who can save the ultimate destroyer is Superman. It wasn't a question. Is Superman. While alien forces rain down Metropolis, Superwoman trains with her new powers alongside an unlikely instructor. And you will not believe who it is. Are you ready to not believe? Marilyn Duke is saying sweater weather with no sweater. I dig it. Well, he is Superman, so the sweater weather means nothing. Here's Lex, the Superman Lex Luthor special #1, written by Joshua Williamson, art and cover by Eddie Barrows and Eber Ferreira. We read this, we'll read it again. During the battle of the House of Brainiac, Lex Luthor's memories were wiped clean, but now, after the events of DC All-In Special #1, the world needs Lex to remember his past. There is a key piece of information in Lex's lost memories that can unlock an epic mystery that plagues Superman and the Justice League. But what if Lex doesn't want to remember? Would Superman sacrifice Lex's newfound peace to solve a secret, even if it meant the return, even if it means the return of Superman's fiercest rival? I tried to read it a little differently. Give it a different flavor. Wonder Woman. Hi, Yara. There we go. For a hot minute, I thought that was that. We'll see. That one's cute. This one needs higher res. Wonder Woman #17, written by Tom King, art and cover by Daniel Sampere. There's a sweater weather variant, but it wasn't here. We were promised sweater weather. The Battle of Wonder begins. After revealing the Sovereign, finally, and his plans to the entire nation, Wonder Woman sends in her girls to wage war against his army. Will these sidekicks have what it takes to go toe-to-toe with their mentor's most fearsome foes? Yes, they will. Aquaman. I saw that this one was coming. So for all of those of you who've been missing Aquaman, I've seen that some of you have been like, where's Aquaman? We need Aquaman. Well, here he is, and the shark's biting the heck out of his symbol. Is this the sweater weather variant? No, it's not. Okay. I thought we were going for a theme where nobody was actually wearing sweaters. Oh, I wasn't sure. That's just a chilling under the ocean variant, I guess. All right. Aquaman #1, written by Jeremy Adams, art and cover by John Timms. In the wake of absolute power, Arthur Curry's powers have evolved to powerful new heights, and this is one king ready to use them to kick some serious butt. But is he willing to walk the runway? Mammoth water construct kaijus have emerged from each of the 7 seas, and only Aquaman's water warping abilities can stop them. But not if they kill the good king in the process. Enter Dagon, Arthur's guide on the quest to unlock the secrets of the blue. But what deadly secret awaits Arthur on his journey? It's an all-new era for Aquaman. By acclaimed creators Jeremy Adams, The Flash, and Green Lantern, the people who brought you the Sorrow Lantern, and John Tim's Action Comics that will leave you cheering. Are you ready to see Aquaman fight some kaiju? Oh, you want to see the Mara cover? Hold on. It said it's not final though. There's a big, like in all caps, not final. But here it is. That's some Mara. I'm amazed I'm able to pull them up tonight. This is New Gods. I like the colors on this cover a lot. That looks cool. The New Gods, number 2, written by Ram V, art by Evan Cagle. Mr. Miracle has found himself at a crossroads. Presented with a terrible choice by his brother Orion, he must decide between venturing out to save a child he has never met, a new god made manifest, or stay home to raise a child of his own. Meanwhile, an evil awakens, driven mad by an obsession with a dead god, and sets its sights on the same child. Several forces of good and of evil converge on this child as his latent powers begin to reveal themselves to the world. We got to get that baby. I got to get babies facing parenthood and all of those things. And while these dramas play out on Earth, the forces of an intergalactic inquisition march ever closer, and no one expects the intergalactic inquisition. We got Adam stuff. We can see these covers closer now. I actually really like this one. It needs a cat, though. It's not inspirational enough if there's no cat on it. Dante Cook, thank you very much. The absolute Batman may be the Batman that gets me back on the Bat team again. I used to love Batman as a child, but as an adult, I see him as nothing more than the child denying his trauma. I always thought that they had done a lot with Bruce working through his trauma, but everybody, is coming at it from a different vantage point. I'm just always excited to hear that people are reading more comics or that they're enjoying them in some capacity. And a lot of people have shared the sentiment that this has gotten them back or gotten them in. And I think that's a lot of fun. Exploding. Explosion. Cowboy hat, because we're just doing that on some of the covers for these things. Oh, Ryan Choi looks so happy. He's like, someone remembered me. I'm getting to be in a series again. All right, this is Justice League, The Atom Project, number 1. This is written by John Ridley, and I'm not sure if it's Ryan Parrott or Ryan Perot. I know that I want to say Perot because it's the French and covered by Mike Perkins. In the wake of absolute power, which we're acknowledging in a bunch of these solicits, the superpowers of planet Earth are in chaos, and it's up to the newly reformed Justice League to restore order to that chaos. Enter Ray Palmer and Ryan Choi together as the heroes called Atom. These brilliant minds get to work crafting the world's first superpower relocation and backup system, codenamed the Atom Project. But not everyone wants their powers back, and Captain Atom is hell-bent on preventing his missing atomic abilities from ever being found. Then we have to hype up the team. Join Oscar-winning writer John Ridley, Rogue Sun, co-creator. Okay. And Batman, first night. We're hyping it up. Get ready for Adams. Common Sense, thank you very much. Can you do a retrospective on Amy Allen, the Lost Atom? Also, you say there are other characters wasted to the side. You hear of Anna Fortune, Vulcan? I was actually looking into I'm doing a retrospective right now on a forgotten character, Nasty Luthor. So that's going to be fun. Hopefully, I say that now and then hopefully nothing happens and I don't actually get to it. I want to share that with all of you. Also, I will keep that in mind. I'm always down for a retrospective. Challengers. Why why do they all look so disapproving on the side of this one? They're like, ugh, the challengers of the unknown. Challengers of the unknown. Oh, good. It couldn't handle the challengers. That's what it was. There are certain titles where it's just like, nah, we're not doing it. Written by Christopher Cantwell, art by Sean Isaacsay. The odyssey of the challengers continues on the Watchtower and beyond, bracing under the strict oversight of Mr. Terrific in their investigation into the God Shock, which is just fun to say, and still reeling from something unknown, rattling them all internally. It's June's turn to be shaken to the core when a strange rupture in the deepest part of the ocean, sounds like we need Aquaman, draws the league's scrutiny and awakens the most difficult creation of her challenger past. Guest starring Batman, Aquaman, yeah, and the Sea Devils. We've got the question, and hey, it's Batwoman. I do like this cover a lot. It's very ominous. That one's cute too. I like the Superman streaking down. No, if we can see her face, she's not the question. Also, she looks like she's posing for a fashion show there. This is the question. All along the Watchtower #3, written by Alex Segura, we have art and cover by Chantomé. As the mystery hovering in the jail watchtower deepens, the question, reeling from two brutal battles, must overcome her own self-doubt to get to the core of a mystery twice, that threatens not only her, but the entire Justice League. But can Renee, so far from home, and the support system she built in Gotham rely on the team she's built around her to stave off disaster? And what does this mystery have to do with the Atom Project? Are we going to acknowledge that she might have to work with Batwoman, who's her ex? That could be interesting. Disappointed Superman. Disappointed Superman presents. If he puts those glasses on, then no one will know that it's him. This is Action Comics 1082, written by John Ridley, with art by Inaki Miranda. Superman Superstars continues with an unforgettable tale about Superman's greatest gift to the world, hope. Major Disaster returns to Metropolis and his old ways, much to the dismay of the Man of Steel. Can his alter ego, Clark Kent, discover the reason behind this villain's decline back into the world of crime? Oh, I like this one. There we go. What are we doing here? We have Detective Comics 1093, written by Tom Taylor, art and cover by Mikel Janin. Batman's run-in with the horrific Asima has left him questioning everything. Who is Asima? How does she know Bruce Wayne? And for what foul purpose is she draining the blood of young men across the city? Vampirism. To find the answers to these burning questions, the world's greatest detective must plunge into the darkest corners of his city and his psyche. The very foundation of the Dark Knight is beginning to crack. Can he solve this mystery before it crumbles completely? Batgirl. I like this one. I like this one a lot. Batgirl #3, written by Tate Bromble, with art by Takeshi Miyazawa. Ben Chan says, otherwise known as the smaller Batman. Regular size Batman. The train ride out of Gotham proves more difficult than expected for Cass and Lady Shiva as dangerous new players enter the field. With the unburied still hot on their trail and seeking blood, can Batgirl actually trust her mother, or will it lead to her certain death? Catwoman #72. For some reason, the cover's not here, but will live. Written by Torrin Groenbeck, art by Mariana Ignazi. As Selena dances her way through Devils and the Damned at a Dante's Divine comedy-themed party, a tale of pain, there is a space there, a tale of pain and woe unfolds in Stockholm. There, Catwoman will find the first of her prizes as she does battle against the people after her head. By the end, Catwoman will find herself in a literal inferno of her own making. We have Harley Quinn with a clay face. And that means I do like Table for None. That's cute. That means that it's time for the solicits that are written in the Harley voice. Harley Quinn number 47, written by Elliot Kalan, art by Mindy Lee. Oh, is it not? Oh, no, it is. Okay. I was excited for a minute that it wasn't written like that. Clayface is having a dinner party, not just a regular party. And everybody's invited. As long as their name is Clayface, we've got all the Clayfaces. Do you actually? In here, Basil, Matt, Sandra, Preston, Cassius, Spanky, Alfalfa, Stymie, even Clownface. Remember Clownface? I do actually remember. Where's Johnny? Where's Johnny? Johnny's not there. And there's one more missing too. 7. We don't have all the clay faces. Disappointed. My latest destruction agency case brings me face to face with Clayface as I crash and burn the ultimate muck-filled family reunion harder than Aunt Ethel's overcooked brisket at last year's Passover theater. Oh yeah, and somebody's gonna die in this one. Was it Johnny? Is that why he wasn't invited? Well, even if we don't count 7, Johnny's 8. Oh, just the shade, not inviting Johnny like that. Ooh, I love this one. That's a nice cover. Not in saying maybe he'll make a surprise appearance. I hope so. Maybe they just forgot to put him in this list. Poison Ivy. Sweater weather? Yes! I was right. Oh, the one without a sweater is the sweater weather one. Poison Ivy number 29, written by G. Willow Wilson, art by Marcio Takara. Poison Ivy ventures into the wilds of Washington to uncover the true identity of the Order of the Green Knight's mysterious leader. But when Pamela hears what they have to say, will she decide to stop fighting and embrace their mission, or will she burn the operation down once and for all? Anon says, will the swimsuit editions for this year be everyone in sweaters? I would love that because no one would probably get the joke. Just be like, why? Ben Chan is asking, will Clown Hunter hunt Clownface? I sure hope so. Hi, Nightwing. Sweater? Yes! This is sweater weather, snowboarding. Oh, I hope somebody's down there with a full outfit so he doesn't freeze. Wow, 3620 is saying, someone give Dick Grayson a sweater. I know, he really needs one. This is Nightwing 122, written by Dan Waters, art and cover by Dexter Soy. Nightwing faces the memory of a dark encounter from his days fighting alongside Batman as Robin when he didn't have a sweater, an encounter which might hold the secret of Spheric Solutions' mysterious CEO and her machinations for the city of Bloodhaven. Where are the Titans up to? Why is this penguin doing? Why is Beast Boy Penguin doing the scream? Everybody's happier on this cover. Although, what is she looking at? What is Donna looking at? What is she guarding against? On each of these, one of the Titans is doing something odd. Titans number 19, written by John Layman, art by Serge Acuna. Revenge is a dish best served cold. It's very cold and they don't have a sweater. Killers have ice in their veins and villains are cold-hearted. See where we're going with this? This month's weather forecast predicts freezing overnight lows, ice storms, snow flurries, and a high chance of dead Titans. We got Black Canary? Or is this Birds of Prey? We got Birds of Prey. Birds of Prey number 17, written by Kelly Thompson, art by Sammy Barcy. Nobody on this team is willing to lose Cassandra Cain, but if it comes down to her or the Amazons they came to rescue, how will they choose? And who will do the choosing? The Birds of Prey always honor their obligations, but at what cost? This one is the Black Canary one. There we go. Here's a cake cover for everybody. I like this one a lot. Black Canary, Best of the Best number 3, written by Tom King, art cover by Ryan Sook. Victory seems assured for the vicious Lady Shiva. Can anything turn the tide of this match? Plus, the Dark Knight Detective drops in on Canary's training to sway her from the fight. The Dark Knight Detective. It doesn't roll off the tongue. All right, Black Lightning. Carlos 8560, thank you very much. I know it's off topic, but what is your favorite post-Lee Kirby Fantastic Four? Favorite post-Lee Kirby? I mean, I like most of the Fantastic Four runs. I like a lot of what happened in the Byrne era. I like a lot of the Hickman era. I think it might have to be the Hickman stuff. I was really into that era. There's also that small run that I highlighted who the author is eluding me at the moment. And I know it's not the most best regarded where they had the orange suits, but I thought some interesting things happened there as well. I really like the Alex Ross. I know that's just a graphic novel, but Full Circle I think is another really fun one. I think there's a lot of fun eras for the Fantastic Four. I really love the Fantastic Four. Black Lightning number 3, written by Brandon Thomas, art and cover by Fico Ossio. Natasha Irons, Lynn Stewart, and the Pierce sisters are caught in the crossfire as Volcana and her new Masters of Disaster set their sights on Steelworks, Metahuman Evaluation Center. Steel and Lightning jump into the fray to protect innocents, but Thunder is terrified of losing control again. But with her sister and her mother risking it all to protect innocent lives, can Anissa Pierce stay on the sidelines? I see some people are saying the Simonson run. Yes, thank you, James Robinson. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate that. This is JSA number 3. I know there was an interview, but I didn't click the link. But maybe we'll get to that another day. This is JSA number 3, written by Jeff Lemire, and we have art by Diego Olortegui. My throat is starting to go, but I can make it. After sacrificing his reincarnation for one last life with the woman he loves, Hell is the last place Hawkman wants to be right now. With his allies at the Tower of Fate under siege by the Injustice Society, can he escape Wotan's clutches, or is his goose truly cooked? Hal and graffiti constructs. Lanterns, assemble. Green Lantern number 19, written by Jeremy Adams, art by Fernando Pescerin and Eau Claire Albert. Go all in with Green Lantern as Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps are given a new mandate to patrol the galaxy, fight crime, and stop the rise of fractal lanterns throughout the universe. An exciting new status quo for the DC universe begins here. Will Hal and Carol ever have to deal with what they did to Nathan Fully? Find out next week. Look, Kyle. For all you people who want to see Kyle, here's some Kyle. You know who's not on this cover, Simon? Here's the fractal lanterns. Fractal shattered. Nathan. Green Lantern, Fractured Spectrum number 1. Written by Jeremy Adams, art by Viken Marion. Okay. Cars. So many cars. Following the events of the Civil War, the pun, a new era in Green Lantern mythology begins. Once again, Oa has become the epicenter of the Green Lantern Corps, bringing justice to the furthest corners of the galaxy. But a new threat has emerged. Beings that manifest uncontrolled parts of the emotional spectrum have randomly appeared throughout the universe, dubbed fractal lanterns. Hal and a reformed Green Lantern Corps, reformed, set off to police the strange new phenomenon while uncovering a sinister plot that could eliminate the very essence of sentient life. Ben Chan says, Simon's been so ignored, he's going to go sorrow. Chemnog says, Simon says, where am I? Oh, that was a really good one. Green Arrow. Green Arrow number 20, written by Chris Kahn and art by Montos. Ooh, short and sweet. As Green Arrow comes face to face with the victims of the freshwater environmental disaster, the freshwater killer confronts the Emerald Archer. All right, we have The Flash, which sadly is missing its cover, but that's all right. Number 17, written by Simon Spurrier, art by Vasco Giorgio. As the Flash races to contain damage to Skitaris, forces both below and above ground make their move to grasp power. The Flash family vacation leads the West Clan to meet the one and only Warlord. Yeah, the second cover is nice. Just with the cape and thrust against the background, the like. This Mike Deodato, yeah, it's nice. Looks good. Two-Face. Doing Two-Face things. Ooh. Oh, I like that one. That one's really unsettling. And they've done still on the two halves of his main face, still they have slightly different expression. I like that. No. Playing cards for the Joker. Two-Face number 2, written by Christian Ward, art by Fabio Veras. In the underworld court known as the White Church, Harvey Dent is asked to litigate the divorce of the Royal Flush Gang's King and Queen of Hearts. No, it didn't work out for them. Love is dead. But there's much more at stake than assets in this trial. In fact, it's a matter of life and death. When cheating allegations surround the king, it's up to Harvey and his new assistant, Lake Cantwell, to clean up the monarch's mess. And why does Harvey get the sneaking suspicion that someone is pulling the strings and threatening to send Gotham's criminal underworld into a frenzy? Dante Cook, thank you very much. Can somebody tell me whatever happened to Far Sector and Jessica? Are they not Green Lanterns anymore? No, they are. They are. Like the whole Yellow Lantern thing for Jessica, they very much hand waved away, and Joe kind of just got rolled in with how they dealt with it. Oh my goodness. The Element Woman. Oh, that is exciting. I like that. This hand making the title. I actually liked Yellow Lantern, Jessica Cruz. I thought that was a really cool idea. I was one of, I think, maybe the 12 people who was sad when they didn't follow up on that. Metamorpho, the Element Man number 2, written by Al Ewing, art and cover by Steve Lieber. Who could win the heart of the most fabulous freak of all? Only one more fabulous still, the switched-on Sapphire Stag. But when Metamorpho and Element Gal join superstar Sapphire in the spotlight, they find themselves in the gun sights of a deadly rival for her cultural crown, one mendaciously managed by the maliciously malevolent Mad Mod. Nice. But what's old Staggy's connection to the coolest cat? Can you dig it? In crime. Al Ewing and Steve Lieber have the answers as the new age of Metamorpho marches on. Why is Mr. Mind so big? It must be a mindscape. Mr. Mind needs to be small. Very different expressions happening on all of these faces. Shazam, number 19, written by Josie Campbell, art by Dan McDade. It's brother versus brother and captain versus commander as Billy Batson is left with no choice but to confront Freddy and his new superhero persona head on. If Mr. Mind was able to worm his way into the heart of the Shazam family, there's no knowing who else may have been infested with his influence. The gods are watching, and what they see could tip the balance of power in their family, city, and world. McCry is saying a less depressing story for the Element Girl this time. One can hope. One can only hope. It's Power Girl. And the cat that was just look at Streaky. Why am I here? Why am I not Stinky? Ooh, this one's really nice. I like that one a lot. This is the Step on Me cover, I guess. This is very Step on Me perspective. Power Girl number 17, written by Leah Williams, art by David Baldian. A fresh start. Power Girl and her friends are the new owners of the Daily Star building. Can she call herself Karen Star again? With plans to bring back its former glory. But their renovation disturbs a squatter living on the property, one who's not afraid to seize full control for himself. Luckily, Power Girl is ready for a fight with a new look. And that's why she has this. We're out of the jacket club. No more jackets. Now we're combining a bunch of other things. How do we feel about this look? What do you think of the look? Do you prefer it to the other costume? What are we thinking? This is Jenny Sparks. He returns. Common Sense is saying, it is fine. Rashid is saying, I'm liking it. I kind of like it. Jenny Sparks number 6, written by Tom King, art and cover by Jeff Spokes. An all-out brawl erupts between Captain Atom and Jenny Sparks when she uses his traumatic memories against him. Could this shattered hero with the power of a god be ready to take everything down with him? Has Jenny finally gone too far? Find out in our pulse-pounding penultimate issue. Werewolves. There's just something so eerie about this. Like the Batman part. Woo. Batman Full Moon number 4, written by Rodney Barnes, art and cover by Stefan Subik. With the clock ticking down to 0, Batman travels deep into the Welsh Highlands to undo the curse of the werewolf. But what awaits him will challenge his most deeply held convictions. Which ones? To lift the curse, he'll have to choose, sacrifice his own life, or take another. Vampires. Vampires. Took me a minute to realize that was a bat. DC versus Vampires, World War V number 6. Oh, written by Matthew Rosenberg and Joey Esposito. Art by Otto Schmidt and Pascal Quilano. Green Arrow, Damian Wayne, and the rest of the heroes bring the fight to Batgirl and her blood-sucking army. With the world on a collision course with total destruction, a new foe enters the fray, and they're on the hunt for Mr. Miracle. The vampire/human battle lines are about to be permanently redrawn. World's Finest? Yep. Sweaters. We're pulling up the lack of sweaters. No, we want sweaters. There we go. Why is it the one eye is freaking me out? Do you think this is the same spot of ice from the other cover? He's like, you know what? This was so great. I need to share it with friends. I like that Batman kept his cowl on, just in case. Just in case people happen by to this nice, friendly, like hot spring hangout. Oh. These sweater weather variants are amusing me. Batman/Superman World's Finest number 35, written by Mark Waid, art by Adrian Gutierrez. A distress call from Atlantis. There's lots happening in Atlantis. Has brought Batman and Superman deep beneath the waves and face to face with the king himself, Aquaman. But this man of two worlds harbors a secret, and it'll be up to the Dark Knight and the Man of Steel to thwart a coup that threatens the peace of all undersea life. A new story arc begins as the world's finest travel under the sea with new ongoing series artist Adrian Gutierrez. Woo, what's happening here? Ooh. This is Batman Dark Patterns number 2, written by Dan Waters, art cover by Hayden Sherman. As the mysterious Wound Man's body count rises higher and higher, Wound Man, the Dark Knight detective must descend into the festering depths of Gotham's past to uncover the secret truth at the heart of Wound Man's crimes. I don't know, Wound Man's kind of hard to say. Or maybe that's just me. I don't know. Why is Marilyn Duke just going, no, 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 no? Oh, nothing good can come of this. Batman and Robin. And this really creepy cover for some reason. All right. Batman and Robin number 17, written by Philip Candy Johnson, art and cover by Javi Fernandez. Desperate to question Scarecrow about the recent plague of Memento killings, Batman must fight his way through a full-scale breakout at Arkham. But when Memento enters the fray and reveals his true form, Robin may be his father's only hope. Chemdog is saying, "You wound me." If that is not a pun at some point, I'll be so disappointed. Oh, Marilyn Duke, that's awesome. Batman and Robin Year 1, number 4, written by Mark Waid and Chris Samney with art and cover by Chris Samney. Things are heating up in Gotham as the General works to tighten his grip on the criminal underbelly of the city. But when he and Batman come face to face, will the Dark Knight strike fear in his new threat's heart? Or is this the end of Batman's fight for Gotham City? Yes, it's over. He'll never fight crime again. Meanwhile, a meeting with Dick's caseworker sets the young boy Wonder on a path he absolutely dreads. Summer school. No. We shall see. Is this Milestone? Yes, it is. Milestone Universe, Shadow Cabinet number 3, written by Joseph B. Illids with art by Daryl Banks and Adigan Illen. Carlos is saying, it was nice they didn't renumber Batman and Robin. I like when they keep, I'm one of those people who like seeing big numbers on everything. I don't know. I think it's cool. Angela Alva orchestrated the coup of a lifetime. Hardware captured, the Blood Syndicate defeated, and Rocket on the run. And her most powerful act to date, Angela aims to resurrect her estranged brother, Dr. Edwin Alva. With the Alva dynasty more powerful than ever, is all hope lost? Not if Dharma and the Shadow Cabinet can help it. What's this one? Oh, what website is this? These solicits are AIPT, or Adventures in Poor Taste. So what do we have here? What's this one? Oh, the Signal. Look, it's Duke. Someone remembered and cared about Duke. Ben Chan is saying, I can't see Robin as anything other than the boy who will run they rule the catwalk now. Oh, you're getting into the zone for nothing but Nightwing. All right. DC Power, Rise of the Company, number 1. All right, this is written by Brandon Thomas, Vida Ayala, John Jennings, and Zipporah Smith. And then we have art by Ray Anthony Height, Keenan White, Kelsey Ramsey, and Charles Stewart III. What a wonderful name. The Justice League's watchtower looming in the skies is intended to inspire hope and faith in superheroes, but not everyone believes metahumans act in humanity's best interests. The fringe beliefs that Waller was right have grown louder as paramilitary groups take to the streets to take Earth back for the human race. Enter Josiah Power, a meta attorney who's seen enough of rising hate and sets out to assemble a team not only to protect Black and Brown communities from these new threats, but also to rebuild human faith in superheroes. DC Power returns for a 3rd year in a new format, continuing the storylines from Absolute Power and All In and setting the stage for the return of the Power Company. I like that they're tying it in to Absolute, the DC, Absolute Power and stuff. So it doesn't feel like it's so off on its own. I think that's a good idea. The Riddler and Catwoman. Oh, this is DC Horror. Look, Hal didn't know what Will was. All right, DC Horror presents number 4, written by Patton Oswalt, Jordan Bloom, Brendan Hay, and Steven Kostansky. Art by Logan Farber and more. The holidays are behind us, but we've got more cursed and dangerous gifts to give. Every season is spooky season. That it doesn't say that. I'm just adding that. 2 stories from 2 wickedly comedic teams. MODOK's Patton Oswalt and Jordan Bloom explore Gotham City's dark side, and the Flophouse podcast Brendan Hay and Steven Kostanski spin a Matter Eater Lad tale that'll have your stomach churning. Hey, Matter Eater Lad. This, our deadly final issue, is not one to miss. A Matter Eater Lad sighting. Dragonberry Mead is saying, give us Riddler sweater weather. Is this the Creature Commandos? Yes. David Asmaltian. I did it. Number 4. Art by Jesus Hervas. Despite Dr. West's protests, the creature unit heads to the Skeleton Coast for their first big mission. For extra insurance, Dr. West has equipped each team member with saber switches, which send the creature commandos into their most savage, monstrous modes. Still, uncertainty lingers. Details about the mission are kept secret, even from Dr. West. What is this team getting themselves into, and what are they even fighting for? Hi, Lex. This bus advertisement. I don't know. I kind of love it. Oh. DC's Lex and the City. Oh no. Oh no. Written by Brendan Hay, Sienna Grace, and Dave Wildgotts. Oh, more. Charles Skaggs, Callie C. Miller, Maggie Takuta Hall, and more. We have art by Howard Porter, Serge Acuna, Stephen Byrne, Lisa Sturrell, Leslie Hung, and more. It's Valentine's Day, which means that love and heartbreak are sweeping every city in the DCU. But it's January. It's too early. This anthology collects 8 stories of heroes and villains looking for love in the big city, which practically feels like its own character. Lex Luthor laments over the one that got away. The big, ever-elusive metropolitan man, Superman. Raven and Beast Boy embark on a romantic scavenger hunt across San Francisco, which just might be a trap. And Damian Wayne runs a dating advice gauntlet through Gotham City, organized by none other than the dating master himself, Tim Drake. Gather your gal pals, pour yourself a Cosmo, and hit your nearest comic shop. DC's Lex and the City is coming this January. Are we ready? Is that... Well, I mean, in the chat, it was just asking about the Valentine's Day issue. So there you go. It's a month early. Marilyn Duke is questioning Tim Drake as dating master, saying, I'm sorry, he can't even land con. Oh, gather your gal pals, everyone. Little Batman, month 1, number 3. Written by Morgan Evans, art by John McKell. What happens when a kid who is also a secret superhero sneaks off to save his dad, who is also a secret superhero? Mayhem, of course. Alfred and the babysitter split up to search high and low for little Batman, but little do they know he's off hunting for clues from the last person they'd expect. The Joker. We got facsimiles. We took a break, but here they are. This is the Weapons Master, the Brave and the Bold, number 29. This is actually a really fun issue. Ooh, we have facsimile for the greatest race of all time. Superman versus the Flash. Nice. This one's also really fun. The greatest races of all time between Superman and the Flash are reproduced in this tabloid-sized facsimile of the 1976 Limited Collector's Edition Classic. Oh, that's fun. And they added a couple more things, too. The Untold Legend of the Batman. Robin looks so angry on this cover. It's always great. Yeah, this was a really good story, too. They're reprinting some really solid facsimiles this month in the new year. It's a good time if you like the facsimiles. Unshelled Pity is saying, I hope Lex learns to love himself. Will he ever? I don't know. Oh, Crisis on Infinite Earths. Number 10, Facsimile. Okay, this issue's great. I love that they're doing a facsimile for this one. Stop it, Green Lantern. Your kryptonite is killing me. Precisely what I had in mind, Superman. The issues with Superman and Hal having beef are some of my favorite. Can we just facsimile all of them? I need Superman lecturing Hal about not having an apartment. DC Comics Presents, number 26. This DC Comics Presents was a fun series in general. Jimmy Olsen's super cyclopedia. That's hard to say. Stop. I need your help to save the multiverse. Jimmy should be able to save the multiverse on his own with all his powers. This is written by Gabe Soria, art and cover by Sandy Jarrell. This is one of the little young adult graphic novel things. Oh, and it did. Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen is documenting the heroism of his friends and learning how to use this cool new technological marvel. There is, I think, a sentence there. When the villainous Toy Boy and his Mischief League of the Multiverse get their hands on knockoff versions of the device, they won't stop until they fulfill his deadly plans. Can Jimmy save the day? With his buddies Rip Hunter and, oh no, not Rip, and Linda Park by his side, Jimmy's definitely up for the challenge. They embark on a planet and dimension-hopping adventure, encountering a who's who of the DC universe and discovering that not all heroes wear capes. Look out, world. Mimicry is asking, what if Jimmy needs to save it from another Jimmy? That's true and very plausible. Sage D says, for the love of comics. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. There's a lot to love right now. There's a lot of really fun things. Oh, this is the Space Age trade. Are we in trades? I think we're in trades. This is Superman Space Age. Yep, Batman Dark Age. Collect them both. A+ slots. Thank you very much. It is very appreciated. What else do we have? Because we're near to the end. Oh, wow. Okay. Dark Knights of Steel All Winter. Collected. Batman Gotham by Gaslight. The Kryptonian Age. Volume 1. Oh, we have some of the DC's Finest. These are collecting some of the older storylines. This is team-ups. So which ones are we doing in here? This is DC's Finest Team-Ups Chase to the End of Time, collecting some of the most exciting team-up stories from the Bronze Age of comics. This contains DC Comics Presents 1 to 14 and The Brave and the Bold 141 to 155. Ooh, that actually sounds like a really good time. That sounds like something that's right up my alley, personally. Suicide Squad, classic Suicide Squad, Trial by Fire. Adrian Parchment, thank you very much. I can see the sticker over on my end, but they don't show up on the on StreamYard. That's something they need to add to one of the updates. But I see the little Doge. It's really cute. Plastic Man. This is the origin of Plastic Man, like Golden Age Plastic Man stuff collected, which I think is awesome. I kind of wish they would reprint the entirety of Police Comics, not just the Plastic Man parts. But you can't have everything. But I think there are some really cool stories just overall in Police Comics. The world needs the mouthpiece. That's who they're waiting for. But original Plastic Man, there's some really solid stories in here. So that'll be really cool. This collects what? 1 to 36 from Police Comics and Plastic Man 1 and 2. So that's pretty cool. This is My Adventures with Superman, the tie-in. Gotham City Sirens. Trigger happy. You know that I need to know if that one panel is changed or if Jaina is still in that cell. I am going to be looking at this trade to see if that panel changed. This is for me. I'm curious. I'm not over it and I need to know. This is Multiverses Collision Detected, their big crossover thing for the game. Zatanna, Bring Down the House. And The Nice House by the Sea. I don't know why I said and like it's over. Volume 1. Superman / Batman Book 1. Ooh, this would be a nice, personally, I love this run. This is one of my favorite runs, I would suggest this run in a compact form. Super fun. Where are they starting with? They're starting with Public Enemies. Nice. And then the Supergirl one. Those are cool. Authority is getting compact with book 1. Got to get all the Authority stuff out there. That's also on GlobalComix because, synergy. Green Arrow, Volume 3, Against the Wall. Green Lantern, and the expressions on this, I love how contrasting they are. Kyle is so like, yeah. New Frontier, absolute New Frontier. I wish it was a little compact. That would be a really fun one to get a compact of. But New Frontier, I think, is just worth having in general, personally. Superman 78, Collected. Batman, Catwoman. Wow, it's been a while. Yeah, this got pushed back a bit, but now it's here. So if you were interested in that is the Black Label series is there. Not bad. 25 for US for 424 pages. That's not bad. This series, the art in it was really, really beautiful. Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Volume 1, 2025 edition. This is Detective Comics, Volume 5. We've got more Golden Age. Oh, this is the 2025 edition of the Golden Age Omnibus Volume 2. Awesome. I'm glad they're keeping these going and in print. We got The Dark Knight's Death Metal Compendium. Ooh, a compendium. So you got the softbound. Dead Man Omnibus, 2025 edition. Silver Age Doom Patrol Omnibus, 2025 edition. I remember a time when these omnis would just go out of print and you'd have to fight somebody on eBay. And now they do multiple editions. The Penguin, Volume 2. All Bad Things. Great title. Green Arrow Archer's Quest Omnibus, Volume 1. We have Titans, Volume 2, The Dark-Winged Quinn. Justice League International, they're collecting that through again. They've collected this one through a few times. This is actually one of the ones where I have one of the original collections, but I'm missing a couple of volumes, so I need to recollect the entire thing. Oh, struggles. Nightwing, Volume 7, Fallen Grayson. Power Girl, Volume 2. I'm not surprised that this is the cover they picked for it, to be honest. What do you think? Cheeky and in good fun or annoying? You decide. What do you think of that? All right, we have Scalped, the Omnibus, Volume 2. And that's it. That's the new year. Ringing in the new year. I know I've made lots of cheeky puns tonight because there's been lots of opportunity to do so. Nothing but cheek, apparently. And I hope you appreciate that when I thought about it for a minute. So, what do you think of all of those? Are you excited for the new year? What are you looking to get into in the new year? There are lots of things, not so many new number ones this month, but more continuing on with what's been going. So, what do you think? The seeing peaches in the in the chat. Oh, Loner Shark is asking thoughts on Absolute Martian Manhunter. I'm very curious to see where it goes. I'm actually really interested in all of the Absolute titles. I'm having fun seeing the new takes. I'm always one of those people who likes seeing the new takes of things. The thing that's nice about this, in contrast to the new 52, is that all of the other stuff is still there. So it's not overwriting in the same way that did. So even when some of those ideas were solid, it overwrote so much. And some of the things it overwrote were going so well. Oh, Stephanie Brown Batgirl. So Unshelled Pity is saying, I want a sweater weather calendar. Yes. What you need is it needs to have a cover where it's one that actually has a sweater, and on the inside none of them do. Just confound your friends and family. Never mention it either. Just have it up there and be like, "Do you like the sweater weather?" You know, you gotta find joy where you can in life. Oh, what didn't you like about them? Ben Chan is saying, I might have been interested in Atom Project, but those redesigns hurt me. Why? What didn't you like about them? What was hurting you about them? I gotta go back and look at them now. I was just so happy to see Ryan. I liked the Ryan Choi Atom series from back in the day. I pulled them up again. I'm looking at them. What is it the colors? Dante Cook, thank you very much. I never thought this day would come, but I need to grab the cover with Lex being Carrie from Sex and the City. That's fair. I think they're going for like a retro vibe for that. I probably will too. I always pick up the Valentine's Day ones. I always do. I'm the mark for that. So was he spiky? Oh yeah. Oh, in that one picture, he's very spiky. That's an interesting. I didn't fully clue in to the spikes on Captain Atom. Let's all look at the spikes together. Spikes. I really fully didn't notice them. I was so caught up in the poster with sometimes the biggest idea can come from the smallest atom. And then I scroll down to this one where he's just exploding. But yeah, those are pretty spiky. Dante Cook is saying Sex in the City retro already? Gods, I'm old and I'm not ready. Well, I mean, it has been quite a while. I mean, it's weird to think about. Like, whenever some of those anniversaries roll around for Buffy and stuff, I'm like, oh my, it's been so long. Oh. So, but yes, we made it through all the things. I actually do still have a few tabs. I have some distillery things and the like, but those are going to have to wait till next time. It's getting later and my voice is starting to go. I can feel it. That was a lot of reading, but it was 100% in my opinion worth it. There were some fun ones. This one had some fun moments. The lack of sweaters being definitely up there. And some of those I think were interesting. There's definitely some things that I'm going to be checking out and am already checking out. So, yes. Oh, Angus Davier, thank you very much. What's up, peeps? I appreciate it. Alas, it is us signing off at the moment, but we'll definitely be back because I imagine there'll be more announcements. So probably something in the coming week or something like that. We'll see. We'll be back and we'll have more to look at. So thanks so much as always for taking some time out to hang out, discuss comics, all that good stuff. I'll be back with more videos soon. And I'll see you then. All right. Bye-bye.